Hey, what's up everyone? This is Matt Marconi with Liberty Multimedia. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to create your own morning affirmations so you can eliminate those self-sabotaging thoughts and emotions that keep screwing you over. Let's go. So affirmations are really just the things we say and think. That little voice inside our head that tells us the way things are. Now, some of them are good and some of them are bad. And a lot of them have been drilled into our subconscious minds ever since we were kids. And the bad ones in particular can often seem really tough to get rid of. For example, when we experience things like worry, fear, anxiety, anger, jealousy, over the long run, these can have serious long-term repercussions on our relationships, as well as our ability to achieve goals, our sense of self-worth, and even just our general attitude towards life. Affirmations are awesome because they're really just a simple way to retrain our thinking to either eliminate negative emotions from our lives or to introduce new ones. Here are 3 simple steps how to do it. Step 1, you have to accept 100% responsibility for the negative thoughts, feelings, and experiences in your life. Now this might be hard to accept, but it's a cold hard truth. There's no way that you can improve your thinking by constantly blaming other people for your problems. It's not your boss's fault that you're angry. It's not the world's fault that you're anxious. It's yours. Again, this can be tough to accept, but it's such an important transition to make. What you're doing is you're telling your subconscious mind, I am taking responsibility. I recognize that I can make a change. This is within your control. Every time you complain about something, what you're actually doing is affirming that there's something in your life that you don't want there. Every time you act like a victim, you're affirming that you want to continue feeling like a victim. Every time you get angry, you're affirming that you want more anger into your life, until you can change the way you think. Our thoughts and emotions are really just a never-ending stream of affirmations, so take responsibility for them and move on to step number 2. Step number 2 is to write out a list of your recurring negative thoughts. The things that you believe are sabotaging your life and you want to change. Now this could take a while and it's something that you could likely build up over time, and it'll include things in all different areas of your life. Could be anger or trauma like we've already discussed, feelings of jealousy, insecurities. It could be thoughts about your relationships with other people, your relationship with money, really anything that you really think that you can change but are having a hard time doing so. To give you an idea, here are a few things that I wrote down 3 years ago once I discovered affirmations. One was, I work in an industry where I'm never going to be able to make any real money. 2 was that I procrastinate and always wait until the last minute to get things done. And 3 was that I always take the easy road and waste a lot of time. At one point, these were my reality. But once I recognized that they were choices, it created an opportunity to condition different thinking patterns over time. And after a few months, those thoughts were pretty much a distant memory. And that brings us to step number 3. So step 3 is to convert your negative thinking patterns into positive ones using the phrase, I am. Say these out loud every morning and imagine what your life would look like under this new reality. So if you YouTube the phrase affirmations, you'll come across a whole bunch of videos that are over an hour long each that use this methodology, the I am methodology. It's kind of like a subconscious training thing. You'll just hear, I am abundance, I am happiness, I am open. And it's kind of vague. Now, don't get me wrong, like this works for some people. You can kind of just listen to it while you're sleeping or doing whatever. But I found it's way more practical to identify your own personal limiting beliefs and then create your own affirmations from there. That way you get more targeted results. Right now I have 17 affirmations that are part of my morning ritual, and I could never understate how important these are to my life. To keep it simple, here's how my negative thoughts from step number 2 were converted into positive I am affirmations. So I am working in an industry where the pie is shrinking and I'll never make any money became, I am a successful multimedia entrepreneur creating one-of-a-kind value for my team and audience. I procrastinate and take forever to get things done became, I am a proactive, disciplined, focused, consistent professional. And I take the easy road and waste a lot of time became I am constantly conditioning myself to embrace discomfort through daily cold exposure and tackling difficult tasks. Also, it's worth mentioning that when I started doing these affirmations, I hadn't started a business yet. I hadn't overcome my procrastination problem. I hadn't figured out how to not waste so much time. But I believe that was the direction that I was heading with consistent practice. Fast forward 3 years later, I've tripled my income. I've been running a successful business for almost 2 years. I get to travel the world doing what I love. I have a team that gets a lot of things done and that we can grow this thing together with. I get to tackle all kinds of new and difficult challenges, and there's no question that affirmations has played a huge part in that process. So create your own morning affirmations using this simple 3-step plan. Say them out loud every morning so that it'll have a momentum effect throughout the day, and whenever you feel yourself slipping back into that negative train of thought, which you will, simply replace them with your new affirmations. You have a choice to change the way you think. It won't happen overnight, but I can promise you that with consistent practice, it'll have a radical positive impact on every area of your life. That's all for this video. I'd be interested in hearing what are some of the negative thinking patterns that you wrote down and how are you transforming these into I am affirmations. Leave a comment below, and if you're interested in seeing more content like this, like and subscribe to our channel and feel free to suggest story ideas. We'd be more than happy to cover something that you think is important. Thanks for watching.